Hello YouTube. Hey, Indie Hunting Garden here. Wanted to share this with you. This was that coyote that I mentioned that I killed last year, and I've since spray painted it, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. This is a metallic finish. I think it's from Rust-Oleum. The color was rust bronze, I believe, and there's just a little bit of sparkle in this paint, and you can catch it where it kind of flakes. And I think it looks pretty darn neat. It's got kind of I think that's satin, a satin finish, but we'll pull this apart really quick and show you. So I did drop it while I was painting it, which stinks, but you can tell when you do these. I recommend, of course, hydrogen peroxide and water when you boil. Don't use bleach, it just deteriorates the bones. Here along the front where the skull starts to separate, I ran just a thin bead of super glue just through anywhere of these cracks where I thought if, over time if they crack even more. And then also right here in the jawbone where it connects, you can see a couple of teeth here. I lost those when I was boiling. Also, let's see on the front, he's got a couple of teeth he's missing there because I lost those. But the majority of the front canines and then a lot of the molars in the rear, those all stayed. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, the hydrogen peroxide. Just boil it in that and keep a close eye on it. I painted this with a polyurethane clear coat after I was done, and I think what happened is there was either fat or something else that was still in the bone, because over time the skull started to get really patchy and yellow and just gross, and so I thought painting over it again would be a good option. But if you end up killing a coyote, boil it, deflesh it, and de-skin it as much as you can. Boil it in hydrogen peroxide and water, and once you kind of get at least the brains and the meat off, then you can let it sit and dry out. I think I soaked it for 24 to 48 hours, everything, and I just went down to Dollar General and bought a couple. I think they're 5% hydrogen peroxide, your normal medical grade. They do sell it in a very concentrated form for hairdressing, and you can paste it. But to be honest with you, soaking it overnight really did the trick. But then kind of painting it, I think it looks pretty cool. So fairly easy to get that back on there. Once you have the skull, it'll actually just kind of sit on top. There we go. So anyway, it's not on there exactly straight. I do have some super glue, and I'll put some super glue in the back and so it rests better. But as you can see, wish I would have kept those teeth. That's another recommendation while you're doing it. Keep an eye on those small teeth, and it really pays off later to kind of keep the whole look of the mount. But anyway, neat little, put it up on a shelf, and then when somebody asks that, you've got the story, and it's not as gory when it's painted, and almost looks like it was purchased. So that'll do. But yep, if you guys have any questions on how I did it, comment below and let me know. Thanks. Bye.